Hello all, this is George with Oakstudios with the second episode of a series called How to Make a 3D Animated Short Film. This is the process that is being used to make the current animated short film, The Robot and the Ant. And today I'm going to talk about concept art. Concept art is the process of visualizing the characters, props, vehicles, buildings, and the environment that is described in the film script. For that, we need a concept artist. A concept artist brings three main things to the table. First, exceptional artistic skills. They can clearly design film elements, both as illustrations and in front, side, and back views, to allow other artists to build it in a 3D program. Second, plausible realism. They have an understanding of how to convey visually objects and environments that must appear plausibly realistic on screen. Third, a cinematic eye. Their art has a certain cinematic look to it. They design their images from the viewpoint of a film camera and film-style lighting in order for the images to be reproduced on screen. Hiring a concept artist can definitely take your film to the next level, and I highly recommend it. Once you make the decision to hire a concept artist for your project, where do you find them? I have found them on Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, ConceptArtWorld.com, and individual artist websites found on a Google search. There are advantages and disadvantages to each of these places. Fiverr and Upwork will get you artists, but you also have to pay additional to the websites. Concept Art World and individual artist websites will allow you to hire artists of a higher quality level, but in my experience, many don't reply when you contact them. It might take some time until you find an artist that you can work with. Once you find an artist you are comfortable with, you must communicate your ideas to the artist. Most of the time, the artist is not in the same room or even in the same country as you. For that, you must create a project brief. Here's a sample that I use called the Blocky robot brief. It basically describes a character in the short film that I need designed and the process of how the artist and I will work together. The first section is a description of the character. This is followed by reference images. I added 3 here, but you can add as many as you deem necessary. The next section instructs the artist to do 9 rough sketches of different variations of what he thinks the character should look like. I make sure to state that it is to be delivered in an 8.5 by 11 inch 300 dpi file so I can print it at full resolution. Once I choose a sketch, and if there are no changes, we move on to the next section. The next section in the following page describes that the artist is to do a work-in-progress color illustration of the chosen design. If there are no changes, we move on to the final illustration. The final page describes that the design is to be made in an orthographic view, describing the front, back, and side views of the character for modeling in 3D. This document is sent to the artist. This is what I received from the artist. From the 9 designs, I picked 2 that I liked, mixing parts from both. I liked the body for number 8 with the arms for number 3, and sent notes explaining the arms are to be vertically placed. The artist then sent back these 3 designs. From these, I picked the body that I liked with the head of another. I also explained in notes that the robot's arms are to be recessed in the body, and the robot is to be even more square-like in shape as it is stored in a compartment when not in use. The artist returned with this design, which included a color work in progress. I liked it and told him to proceed with the final color illustration. He returned with this image. I approved it and asked for the ortho view. He came back with this file, which also included top and bottom views. As this is still a work in progress, this character hasn't been modeled yet and will occur in a future episode. I hope you learned something new, and this is all part of the making of the Robot and the Ant short film. More behind the scenes updates on the way. Please subscribe to the website, and thank you for watching.